Resident Evil. Okay, I tried to do the voice. I completely butchered it. What up, everyone? Just finished watching the new animated Resident Evil movie, Resident Evil Death Island, and I think I've maybe seen one of the animated movies a long time ago when I was a kid. I did watch some of Welcome to Raccoon City, the live action. I've always been more into the games. Never really been to the live action movies like Afterlife and all the old ones that came out in the 2000s. And I knew about the animated movies, but I just never watched them. The games were good enough for me. I'm not like a die-hard Resident Evil fan, so just playing the games was good enough. I didn't really need a movie. But I saw the trailer for this and it looked interesting. And knowing that I haven't really watched the animated version before, I was very interested in watching it. And I'm happy to say this movie is great. It's fucking terrific. Um, I was reading. I don't usually read reviews before a movie, but this one I kind of was. I was just optimistic about what people thought, and it's got like a 5 out of 10. And people were saying it's emotionless. The villain sucks. Leon sucks. Like the way that they write the characters suck. The movie's boring. Blah blah blah. And man, after watching this movie, it's very hard to agree with those people because I think they pulled it off terrifically. If that's even a word. Even when people like these studios give it their all, and I really think they did do the best they can in an hour and a half runtime, people just can't appreciate what they're given anymore. We're just getting spoiled with everything. And I've taken a bit of time off watching movies, but just because I was getting burnt out a bit because I was watching a lot of movies. But you need to learn to appreciate it more. Every movie, you like it or not, you think it's bad or good, it is a work of art, and this movie is definitely a work of art. The scenes in this movie just transition into each other so beautifully. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the animation, but it completely blew me away. No, it's not Spider Verse animation. This is more. They're trying to make it look as real as they can, as real life as they can, while still keeping it animated. And there was only one particular. It's not even a scene. It's just like a quick shot where I thought, "Oh, that doesn't look good." Other than that, this movie is perfect. It's flawless. Um, the way the zombies look, all the different zombie models, especially in the third act when there's a big boss battle, just like the video games. Everyone's working together. You got the whole crew together. You got Jill, Claire, Leon, and Chris. There's great emotion throughout the movie. I don't know why people saying there isn't. I can name off a lot. The villain's really good. I wasn't sure what his plan was and why he was doing it because a lot of people say there's no explanation. And he clearly gives an explanation for why he's doing what he's doing. We get a really good backstory that's told throughout the movie, and it's not just shoved in our face all at once so we can digest everything and, just sit with the character for a bit longer. Very interesting character. His motivation was he was I'm trying to say it without ruining it, but it's kind of hard. But if you don't want to hear it, I guess click off the video. But the government sent. He used to be someone kind of like Leon, and he went in with his partner. His partner got infected, and he tried to rescue him. And obviously, the government said no. Whoever gets infected needs to die right away. And that just kind of gave him. It kind of doesn't make sense, but at the same time, it kind of does. And it just kind of made him go crazy. He has this crazy amount of PTSD. There's a lot of movements that he does that like reminisce of the time of when he killed his friend. It was really cool how they did it. It's really hard to explain. You got to watch it. But Jill even says at the end of the movie, she's like, "Oh, you're gonna kill everyone because you feel sorry for yourself because you killed your friend? Like, keep that shit to yourself, asshole. Which is basically true, but at the same time, you kind of understand where he's coming from. His idea was to take down the government that kind of made him kill his friend. It was just very interesting. It was very well told. The dialogue is awesome. Leon, Chris, they all have a lot of badass lines, funny lines. Leon has a lot of funny lines I wasn't expecting. The comedy was awesome. The intensity was great. The pacing in the movie is great for an hour and a half. It really flies by because you just get sucked into it, man. And I as much as I love this movie, the animation was just goddamn brilliant. The explosions, how everything just looked so real, but still felt a bit cartoony, and it just gave off that Resident Evil vibe perfectly. It really did feel like the game without even like shoving in your face. It just felt natural. How everyone works together at the end is so fun to watch. The movie doesn't leave off on a cliffhanger, leaving off to a next movie. It just feels like its own story. You can just easily watch this movie and not have to watch the other ones, which is really nice. Jill definitely grew on me a lot. She's very badass in this movie. I've never seen her like this in the games before, but I mean, Resident Evil 3, I guess, but this movie, she's doing some crazy fucking shit that I've never seen her do. Overall, a great villain. Score is great, by the way. Like I said, the cinematography is top notch. The fight scenes, most importantly, there's a lot of action, is filmed in very wide. There's no stupid choppy cuts. I really don't have anything to complain about with this movie, which I am very surprised to say, especially thinking I wasn't gonna like it as much as I did. Completely blew me away. I would love to go back and watch the old ones. If you guys want me to review those, I definitely will. Um, I wasn't really a fan of Raccoon City, like the live action, so going back to the animated style, I think this is the best decision they can do. I think a Resident Evil 4 animated movie at like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. If there's the same company that did this, man, uh, you got my full support there. Let me know in the comments if you guys seen this movie. Let me know what you think, and I will have another review up for you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.